good evening and welcome to the news at 6, where we get you the stories. Monday evening, that's making news. I'm Tracy Shilshi. I'll be getting you all that in the next 30 minutes. But first, the headlines. NDA finalizes a seat-sharing agreement for Bihar after days of parleys. BJP to contest in 160, LJP 40. We've got LJP to 40, and while 20 seats have been given to Jitan Ram Manjhi. Retail and wholesale inflation plunged further in August, adding pressure on RBI to cut rates. The Bombay High Court stays controversial ban on sale of meat in Mumbai on the 17th of September. Stay comes on petition of the city's mutton sellers. Crucial meet at the UN to word the document calling for reforms at the Security Council as India rests its hope on these reforms. And Malcolm Turnbull is set to become the next Prime Minister of Australia after Tony Abbott loses leadership ballot within the party. Our top story this evening, BJP-led NDA has finalized its seat-sharing agreement for the upcoming Bihar polls. The biggest party in the alliance, the BJP, gets the biggest share of the seats as well, 160 of the total 243. But the biggest gainer has been Jitan Ram Manjhi and his Hindustan Awam Morcha. His relentless parleys with the BJP have ensured that his party will contest in 20 seats. Here are the details.
मजबूरी वाला गठबंधन है, चुनाव जीतने के लिए आंकड़ों की संख्या बनाने के लिए हुआ गठबंधन है, और दूसरी ओर अच्छी केमिस्ट्री के साथ, एक समान विचार के साथ और बिहार के विकास के प्रति प्रतिबद्ध एक NDA का गठबंधन है. ये दो.
With this claim of unity, BJP President Amit Shah, flanked by allies Ram Vilas Paswan and Jitan Ram Manjhi, announced the seat-sharing agreement between NDA allies. The deal has been finalized after days of hectic parleys. His party gets the lion's share, 160 out of the total 243 seats. Paswan's LJP will contest 40 seats, Manjhi's HAM 20 seats, and Upendra Kushwaha's RLSP will contest 23 seats.
कोई तनातनी नहीं है, दोनों मुस्कुरा कर आपके सामने बैठे, आप तनातनी मत करवाइए. अरे कोई तनातनी नहीं है भैया, सभी लोग मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में बिहार के विकास के लिए कटिबद्ध है.
Jitan Ram Manjhi's hard bargaining seems to have paid off. Even though on paper his party will contest just 20 seats, some candidates of his choice will contest on BJP tickets. After Manjhi's split from JDU, BJP had accused Nitish Kumar of insulting Mahadalits. Now Manjhi seems to have used the same argument to his advantage.
हम एनडीए के पक्ष की बात कर रहे थे कि जिसका जनाधार है, जो पॉपुलर है गरीबों में, अगर उसको सीट ज़्यादा दीजिएगा, लड़ने का उसको मौका मिलेगा, हम समझते हैं कि उसके उम्मीदवार ज़्यादा जीत के आवेंगे. इसीलिए आप इस पर विचार करें, और लोग विचार किया.
लोक जनशक्ति पार्टी ने शुरू से कहा है कि हमारी लड़ाई सीट की नहीं है, इसलिए आपने देखा होगा लोक जनशक्ति पार्टी ने कहीं कोई जिच नहीं किया. हमारा एकमात्र उद्देश्य है कि एनडीए की सरकार बने, और ये जो नीतीश कुमार की सरकार है, महागठबंधन की सरकार, वो जाए.
BJP's decision to keep 160 seats for itself shows that it has hopes to form a government on its own. But Bihar's social equations will ensure that it cannot move forward without its allies. Shyam Sundar's report for Rajya Sabha TV.
All right, for more on this, we're joined, in fact, by Shyam Sundar, our correspondent, joining us from the newsroom now. Shyam, give us a sense what you're getting, at least from the NDA. As of now, everyone seems happy with the amount of seats that they've been given.
Yeah, Tracy, in last 48 hours, the way things happened in Delhi, there were a series of meetings between Jitan Ram Manjhi and BJP leaders. Jitan Ram Manjhi proved that his party may be very new, but he is a very seasoned and experienced politician. He gave in writing to BJP that whatever share BJP offers to him, he will accept it. But at the last moment on Saturday, when there was a press conference scheduled, he met Mr. Amit Shah and he made it very clear that he will not settle for 12 odd seats, and within 48 hours he got 20 seats, 8 more seats, and an assurance that few of candidates of his choice can contest on BJP's symbol. So it is very, very clear that though he claimed that he is a big leader than Ramvilas Paswan may be a bigger name, but in the state politics, Jitan Ram Manjhi and his followers and social equations are in his favor. So he asked for 40 seats, though he didn't get 40 seats, but as a new party, Jitan Ram Manjhi is the biggest gainer in this seat sharing of NDA.
Absolutely, absolutely. Clearly the the Mahadalit factor, they're working for him. But Shyam, also gave us a sense, as far as the Chief Minister's name is concerned, they're going to stick to their stand, that they're going to fix, their focus, of course, on Modi. He's going to be the main face of this entire campaign.
Well, today Amit Shah held press conference with all the NDA leaders. The leaders of Lok Janshakti Party were there, and leaders from Rashtriya Lok Samata Party and Jitan Ram Manjhi's party were there, and senior leaders of BJP. There was a galaxy of leaders on the dais today. Mangal Pandey was there, Sushil Modi, Giriraj Singh. So there are many leaders who can claim for the Chief Minister's post, and if BJP declares its candidate for Bihar elections, then there can be factionalism within BJP only, and after Delhi's experience, BJP is not ready to declare its chief ministerial candidate, and so they have decided to go with the face and name of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. And after 4 rallies of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, BJP is quite confident that going with Narendra Modi's name would be more wise than declaring a Chief Minister after Delhi's election.
All right, we'll leave it there for now. Shyam, thanks so much for joining us with those details. And all our viewers, of course, you can join us on the news tonight at 9 later, where we'll be looking at the story a little more closely. But for the moment, let's get to the big financial news. And RBI's rate cut hopes have brightened as retail inflation eased marginally last month. Continuing its deflationary trend for the past 10 months, wholesale inflation also plunged to a historic low in August. In fact, figures released today show retail inflation was recorded at 3.66% in August. It was 3.78% in July. Wholesale inflation was also down to minus 4.95%, a further drop from the figures in the previous month. Now, wholesale price of most commodities, including fuel and vegetables, have either declined or shown a very marginal increase during August. However, onion and pulses remain costlier. The dip in wholesale inflation adds, of course, pressure on the RBI to announce interest rate cut. RBI's bi-monthly monetary policy review is due later this month. It had kept the key rate unchanged in its last monetary policy review, which was on the 4th of August. Meanwhile, India and the United States have set an ambitious target to increase bilateral trade 5-fold in the next few years. Addressing the 11th Indo-US Economic Summit in Delhi today, Finance Minister Arun Jaitley said that the two nations aim to take bilateral trade up to $500 billion. He also invited US businessmen to take advantage of the huge investment opportunity in the infrastructure sector, as the government has improved the ease of doing business in the country. He also assured them of a fair and predictable taxation regime for investment in sectors like infrastructure, manufacturing and defense.
Both the President of the United States and the Prime Minister have now set a very ambitious goal for bilateral trade to increase it 5 times from 100 billion to 500 billion over the next few years. We've opened up in sector after sector, inviting investment. We hope that from being only an exclusive importer of these products, we also start becoming a manufacturer of these products. It's only then that the Make in India becomes a reality.
The Bombay High Court has put a stay over the controversial sale of meat in Mumbai on the 17th of September, but the High Court has refused to interfere with the bar on animal slaughter on the very same day. The court blamed the government and the municipal corporation for being inconsistent in their stand. It also questioned why fish and eggs were excluded from the ban. The stay is only limited to Mumbai, of course, since the petition challenges the ban only in the Mumbai area. The Bombay Mutton Dealers Association had challenged the ban imposed in the wake of the Jain community's Paryushan fasting period. The petition claims that the decision to impose a ban is against the secular fabric of the constitution.
मेरिट्स पर अगर देखा जाए तो सर्कुलर के अंदर किसी तरीके की कंसिस्टेंसी नहीं थी, किसी तरीके का इंटेलिजेंसिया नहीं था और उसके पास कोई वैलिड रीजन भी नहीं था कि वो बताए कि 2004 से आज तक उसने क्यों नहीं इम्प्लीमेंट किया। और वो सरकार ये भी बताने में नाकामयाब रही कि चिकन, फिश और अंडे और मटन में फ़र्क क्या होता है, क्योंकि चिकन और फिश और अंडा उन्होंने पहले शुरू में अलाउ किया हुआ था, बाद में चिकन और मटन के ऊपर बैन किया हुआ था।
In more national news, Madhya Pradesh Chief Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan has announced a special investigation team which will be formed to probe the Jhabua blast case. The NIA too has in fact begun the probe in the explosion that left nearly 90 people killed on Saturday. Police have also recovered more explosives today, but the key accused still remains elusive.
The police have found 69 detonators from a godown in searches after the explosion at a restaurant in Madhya Pradesh's Jhabua on Saturday. The godown belongs to the brother of the main accused, who remains missing since the incident. He had allegedly stocked explosives for his mining business at a shop next to a restaurant, which triggered a series of blasts.
सूचना पर विश्वास करके एसडीएम महोदय एवं आरआई महोदय एवं फोर्स के साथ उसके मकान पर गया। पूर्व से सील किए हुए मकान को पंचों के समक्ष ताला कटवाकर तलाशी ली गई। उसमें डेटोनेटर जो ब्लास्ट के काम आता है वह रहवासी क्षेत्र में अपने ट्रैक्टर के गैरेज के पीछे गोदाम है उसमें रखे हुए थे। एक पैकेट में मिले जिसकी संख्या 69 है।
The state government has announced a reward of 1 lakh rupee on any information leading to his arrest. On Monday, Chief Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan announced that an SIT has been formed to probe the case.
ये मेरे लिए मिशन है कि इनकी जिंदगी को मैं कैसे पटरी पर लाऊं। एक तरफ जहां अपराधियों को कड़ी सजा दिलवानी है, 1 लाख रुपए का इनाम घोषित किया गया है। SIT बनाई है, स्पेशल इन्वेस्टिगेशन टीम पुलिस की बनी है, अलग-अलग टीमें ढूंढ रही है।
An NIA team also reached the blast site to begin investigation. Chauhan also went door to door, meeting the affected families. The state government had announced a compensation of 5 lakh rupee to the kin of those killed in the explosion. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
The Supreme Court will be hearing the plea of state governments seeking its permission to publish pictures of their chief ministers in advertisements. Earlier, a bench headed by Justice Ranjan Gogoi, which had banned the publication of the CM's pictures in government ads, had agreed to review its verdict and issued notices to the centre and all states. The bench had also pulled up state governments for not participating in court proceedings when it was adjudicating the issue. The apex court had ruled that only pictures of the President, Prime Minister and the Chief Justice of India could be used in government advertisements. With that, let's get you more updates from across the country and nationwide. Hardik Patel met former Gujarat Chief Minister Keshubhai Patel today to seek his blessings for the quota stir. The meeting between the Patel community leaders and Chief Minister Anandiben Patel later today will reportedly deliberate upon alleged police brutality after their mega rally on the 25th of August. A third student of the Film and Television Institute of India in Pune, who was on a relay hunger strike to protest against the appointment of Gajendra Chauhan as the institute's chairman, was taken to a hospital today. Ankit Thapa, who fell ill due to a drop in his blood sugar levels, has been replaced by another student in the relay hunger strike that has entered its 4th day. Even as cases peak to a 5-year high, Delhi's Health Minister Satyendra Jain has said today that the dengue situation in the national capital was under control and there was no need to panic. He has ordered all government hospitals to open fever clinics to detect the disease at the primary level, also asking top officers to take preventive steps. A helpline dedicated to educate and spread awareness about dengue has also been made functional. At least 19 labourers were killed after a lorry they were travelling in overturned on a national highway in East Godavari district of Andhra Pradesh. The accident happened early today. The lorry was carrying around 36 passengers. A quick break here. Up next, we're getting international news. And in a mass jailbreak, Taliban militants free nearly 400 inmates in Afghanistan. Details of that coming up.
Massive migrant influx into Europe. refugees pour in from Syria and the Middle East. EU looks for solutions. Why is this crisis ballooning? Watch the big picture at 6:30 p.m. on Rajya Sabha television.
Welcome back. International news now, and UN members will be meeting tonight to consider how to word the document that would call for reforming the Security Council. It is key from India's perspective, as successive governments have been pushing for a permanent seat in the UNSC. Outgoing UNGA President Sam Kutesa will be presenting a resolution to continue negotiations for another year.
It's going to be a decisive day for the United Nations reform process. Hopes for India demanding UNSC seat hinge on a key resolution being cleared. For the first time, different countries have submitted written suggestions for what the resolution should state. Tonight, the UN will consider whether to formally extend the negotiations over the document for another year. But major hurdles remain in India's aim to find a place in the 15-member council. While the US and Russia have verbally backed India's membership, neither has put down in writing. Both nations have made it clear that they will not share veto powers with any new member. China has been strongly opposing the expansion of Security Council. If China demands a division, India and other nations seeking expansion of UNSC will have to look for support for vote. Another group of 13 nations, which includes Pakistan, has demanded a 25-member Security Council with more non-permanent members instead of a few more permanent members. Once the draft is agreed on, it will be put to vote at the General Assembly, where a two-thirds vote is needed to clear it. It will be a test for Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who has been strongly lobbying for India's place in the UNSC. During his several foreign tours in the last 1 year, Prime Minister Narendra Modi acquired verbal assurance of other nations backing the bid. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
The Ministry of External Affairs has confirmed the death of 9 more Indians in the crane collapse accident in Mecca, taking the toll to 11. The fresh casualties may include people from the Hajj Committee of India. Officials from the Indian consulate in Jeddah have been on the ground, and the 24/7 helpline has been set up to provide information and assistance. The accident, which occurred just ahead of the annual Hajj pilgrimage, has claimed 115 lives so far. Australia is set to get its 5th Prime Minister in 8 years. Ruling Liberal Party voted out Tony Abbott in favour of his longtime rival Malcolm Turnbull. Turnbull won a secret party room vote after months of speculation and crumbling support from voters. Foreign Minister Julie Bishop was elected deputy leader of the party, which won a landslide election in 2013. Since then, the popularity of Abbott has suffered from a series of perceived policy missteps, destabilising infighting and leaks. And of course, the opposition Labour Party has consistently led opinion polls, while Turnbull has been consistently viewed as the preferred Prime Minister. Meanwhile, European Union leaders are meeting in Brussels today to discuss ways to tackle the migrant crisis. Germany, meanwhile, reimposed border controls to slow down the arrival of migrants. The UN has warned of a legal limbo in Europe as countries adopt different borders to deal with the crisis.
Hundreds of migrants were stranded in Austrian capital Vienna as Germany reimposed border controls to slow down their influx. Most of them refugees from Syria now only have hopes of reaching Germany to sustain them. Taking a cue from Germany, Austria has also deployed troops to control the migrant influx. The country will also tighten controls on its border. Meanwhile, in Hungary, security is tight along its border with Serbia as it prepares to seal off its frontier.
Also gestern im Laufe des Tages mit noch den Nachtstunden dazugerechnet, schätzt man die Zahl der angekommenen Flüchtlinge auf rund 14.000. Es ist dann in der Nacht ist der Zustrom nicht abgerissen. Es konnten in der Nacht 4.000 Personen von hier weggebracht werden.
Following the German blockade, the UN Refugee Agency said that migrants could be left in a legal limbo with countries adopting their own rules. European Union are due to vote on a plan to redistribute an initial 40,000 asylum seekers from Syria through mandatory quotas. So far, Central and East European states have opposed it. The special representative for the US-led coalition against IS says ending the conflict in Syria and Iraq is key to solving the migrant crisis.
I want that I go back. It's my country. Nobody want to leave his country, but we have a problem there.
I'm just looking for life. We're just needing for peace. They are not human. Believe me, they are not human. They kill everybody. Everyone must die. I know I have idea. What's going on there?
Amidst political bickering among European countries, the crisis claimed more lives. 34 refugees drowned off a Greek island on Sunday as their boat sank. Half of them were babies and children. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
Now let's get you more international news updates in Global Buzz. Egyptian forces killed 12 people and injured more than 10 after firing upon a tourist group mistaken as militants. Among the victims are people from Mexico and Egypt. The Mexican President Enrique Peña Nieto has condemned the attack and demanded a full investigation. Taliban militants stormed a prison in Afghanistan, freeing nearly 400 inmates near Ghazni city. They also killed at least 4 police officers posted for the prison security. While the inmates fled, the 3 attackers were killed during the jailbreak. This is the Taliban's 3rd mass prison break in the last 7 years. The death toll in the Multan blast, meanwhile, has gone up to 10. Over 40 others were injured in the blast that took place late on Sunday. The powerful blast destroyed the rickshaw and other vehicles parked nearby. No group has claimed responsibility for the attack. Malaysian police has arrested 2 Malaysians and 1 Pakistani in connection with last month's deadly bombing at a shrine in Bangkok. Police Chief Khalid Abubakar has said that they were detained a few days ago and were assisting with the investigation. Thailand has launched a manhunt for those responsible for the bombing, which killed 20 people and injured 120. And up next, praises continue for Sania Mirza after she won her 2nd Grand Slam title of the year at the US Open last night. Details ahead.
Hello, I am Ishan Russell.
I'm Tracy Shilchi and you're watching News Tonight.
Together with the team of our
dedicated professionals from across various fields.
This is Shyam Sundar, Vishal Dahiya, Akhilesh Suman,
Frank Pereira from Beijing, China.
Kriti Mishra for Rajya Sabha Television.
We bring to you
the news that matters here on Rajya Sabha TV.
India's star shining in global affairs.
The professional army of any country does not have faith, piety and jihad in the name of God.
From regional power to assertive global leader.
Sri Lanka denies that these violations took place.
We want India to be a superpower. We have been doing everything for decades, and we have been giving to India everything best we have.
Experts debate the nation's foreign policy.
We should not have any political preference of ours so far as Nepal is concerned.
Taliban were the creatures of Pakistan. Whatever people may say, they were created by Pakistan.
India's World with Bharat Bhushan on Rajya Sabha Television.
Now let's get you news from the US Open. The duo of Leander Paes and Sania Mirza, partnering Martina Hingis in the mixed doubles and women's doubles respectively, won the finals, taking India's tally of Grand Slam wins to the highest ever in a year. But heartbreak for Roger Federer fans like me who saw him go down to world number 1 Novak Djokovic for the men's singles title. Here's all the action.
2015 US Open women's doubles champions Martina and Sania with your trophy.
In double delight for Indian tennis fans, Sania Mirza and his Swiss partner Martina Hingis clinched the US Open women's doubles title on Sunday.
A 12-match win streak to finish off 2015. We can only wait to see.
The top-seeded Indo-Swiss pair outplayed 4th seeds Cassie Delacroix and Yaroslava Shvedova 6-3, 6-3 in the final.
I mean, it's been a great year for us, and already when we won Wimbledon, it was, it had already been a great year. I'd got to #1 earlier this year, and then to win that, and then of course to come back and back it up with the US Open. For us, we feel like we're a really solid team, and we in every slam with a chance.
Her first Wimbledon title this season, and for me, just all of this is a bonus, and I wouldn't be here without you, everybody. Thank you for making me feel like home.
This is the second consecutive Grand Slam of the season for the pair, having won the Wimbledon in July. The win also capped off a memorable US Open for India, as Leander Paes won the mixed doubles trophy with Hingis on Friday. In the men's singles final, world #1 Novak Djokovic beat Roger Federer in 4 sets to win his second US Open title. In a rain-delayed match, the Serb broke Federer's serve 6 times to win 6-4, 5-7, 6-4, 6-4 and finish the year with 3 Grand Slams.
We got to double digits now, and this says, I'm so, obviously flattered and honored to be a part of a elite group of players and legends of our sport that managed to win this many Grand Slam trophies in their lives. And
the defeat shattered 34-year-old Federer's bid to become the oldest US Open champion in 45 years, leaving him on 17 Grand Slam titles, the last of which came at Wimbledon in 2012.
I know why I lost the match very clearly. When the moment I sat down at 5-2 down in the 4th or after the match was over. So something I'll work on and keep moving forward. It's no problem for me.
With his 10th Grand Slam title, Djokovic is now 7th in the all-time list of Grand Slam winners. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
And now let's get you more action from the world of sports in Sports Beat. Indian golfer Anirban Lahiri finished 6th in the Hotel Fitness Championships. He fought back from an early stumble in the final round. The winner of the Malaysian Open and Indian Open this season carded 1 under 71 and at 13 under 275. Sweden's Henrik Norlander won the tournament. Australia beat England by 8 wickets at the Old Trafford to win the 5-match ODI series 3-2. The hosts were bowled out for a paltry 138 in 33 overs. Mitchell Marsh took 4 wickets for the Aussies. Ben Stokes top scored for England with 42 runs. Australia reached the target inside 25 overs. Bayern Munich maintained the 100% win record for the season after coming down from a goal to beat Augsburg 2-1. The Bundesliga champions went a goal down before the halftime but drew level through Robert Lewandowski. Thomas Müller then scored a 90th minute penalty to help Bayern keep a clean slate. And that's all we have for you on the news at 6. Coming up next, Big Picture. Stay with us.